What's going on, everybody? If you're seeing this page, that means the official Torian Rain Reloaded merch store is now available. To get access to the store, make sure you go ahead and click the store tab on my YouTube channel. From there, you will be able to see all the merch that is available. We have mugs, shirts, hoodies, joggers, and so much more to come. All original designs made by yours truly, Torian Rain Reloaded. Now go ahead and get your merch today, and you can feel nothing in style.
Colorado Springs police credit their capture of the suspect from a big community response to the Blue Alert. That's an alert that's only been issued 4 times in our state since 2011. And the CBI says that is by design because people are more likely to pay attention to it. KRDO News Channel 13 Scott Harrison is live in the 400 block of Glenview Court near the west end of Uinta Street in Colorado Springs, where the suspect was apprehended. Scott.
Yeah, Heather, this is supposed to be the 400 block of the street, just one block, but it has to be pan around and give you a look at it where that arrest happened yesterday. The street's really long. It looks like it's about 3 blocks long, so the arrest could have happened anywhere along here, but everybody's just glad that it did happen and that it's over now. Now, of the 4 blue alerts that have been issued in Colorado since it took effect in 2011, this may have been the shortest one. Less than 2 hours between the alert coming out and Kula being taken into custody. Now, the CBI says that on all 4 blue alert occasions, authorities caught the suspects on the same day those alerts were issued. The agency says that sending those alerts out too often will make people less likely to take them seriously. And the requirements for these alerts is serious. For a suspect who fled a crime scene where a peace officer was killed or critically injured, as we just had happen in our case. Authorities say that yesterday's alert was a big help to them.
Finally, I want to thank our community members who responded so quickly to our statewide blue alert regarding the suspect. Please know that your calls truly did make a difference, and your support continues to matter to our officers.
Now, Colorado lawmakers approved blue alerts in 2011, as we told you, and then Governor John Hickenlooper signed it into law. But it wasn't until Congress passed federal legislation in 2015 that blue alerts could be sent to cell phones and wireless networks. Now, a common question about blue alerts is why they can't be issued any sooner. The one yesterday went out more than 2 hours after that hit-and-run incident is believed to have happened. But the CBI explained that, saying that it takes time to verify information from a local law enforcement agency that requests an alert be issued. We are live on the west side of Colorado Springs. Scott Harrison, KRDO News Channel 13.
So we are back with yet another Operation Protect the White Boy in full effect type of story, where today we are talking about a man by the name of Jason Kula. As y'all can see, that is his picture on the screen, multiple mugshots. And this was after he was captured for a hit and run that killed a parole officer as well as injuring another person. And it's funny because I never even heard of this blue alert system that they claim that they have and whatnot. It's amazing that the type of things that they pull out of the bag when it involves people who are not black, because you know when it comes to black people, alert system be damned, you most likely getting dealt with right there on the spot, and that's just what it is. Now, y'all heard the audio right there from the news clip, but I'm gonna actually read an article that I came across that's gonna go into a little bit more detail. And it's crazy because when I type this person's name into Google, like, there's not a lot of write-ups about this person at all. And when I did come across some news clips on YouTube typing this person's name in, they all kind of dropped around the same time and they all pretty much said the same exact thing. Police said a hit-and-run driver crashed into 2 pedestrian parole officers on Thursday and one of them died. So it was 2 pedestrian parole officers. The incident launched a blue alert manhunt just ended with the suspect's arrest hours later. Justin Andrew Kula, age 41, was taken into custody in the crash, as you can see, completely unscathed, according to the Colorado Springs Police Department. A community parole officer died in the crash, said Andre Stansel, executive director of the Colorado Department of Corrections. Stansel did not identify the officer, as the family was still being notified Thursday night. A second parole officer was also transported to the hospital in the crash. Fox 31 Shaw Turner was in Colorado Springs on Thursday night, where dozens of police vehicles were lined up outside of the UC Health Memorial Hospital Central in Colorado Springs. A procession began a bit after 9:30 p.m. to escort the officer from the hospital to the coroner's office. Colorado Springs police say Justin Andrew Kula was identified as the driver in a hit-and-run crash that killed a parole officer and hurt another on September 28, 2023. I want to know where these Blue Lives Matter advocates at. Remember how I said in one of my live streams, I said, you know how they love to say, where's BLM at whenever something happens with black people? We need to be doing the same thing back to them and saying, where's the other BLM at when it comes to a situation such as this? And I mean, hit them over the head hard with it. The crash was reported around 3:45 p.m. Thursday at the intersection of North Spruce and West Bijou Streets, just west of Interstate 25. Kula's arrest happened after law enforcement issued a blue alert to people's phones, describing the man in his Lexus SUV while he was on the run for hours. A blue alert is issued when a wanted suspect has killed or seriously injured a peace officer. Police said late Thursday there was no ongoing threat to the public. And like I said, he did all of that, and he still got taken in alive and unscathed. I mean, all he did was commit a hit and run that claimed the life of one officer and badly injured another one that could have took their lives too. Again, I ask, where is the other BLM when it comes to situations such as these? Where are those black conservatives? They're nowhere to be found. This is another reason why I do these type of videos, because of one, many people don't even know these stories even exist, and two, this is me pushing back against their narrative that when it comes to the whole don't comply, stop resisting, and you know, the so on and so forth thing that they love to throw on to us, it applies across the board. It's not just a black people thing, the way that they want to portray it out there, and they sound and look so silly and stupid when they try to push it as that. But hey, my thing is this: if black people wasn't around, who would they pin it on then? My biggest thing is, if there was no black people around to pin this on, that narrative on, who would they put it on then? That's I think I have an idea, but I won't say it. But yeah, this is where we're at. They'll probably say something along the lines, well, at least they caught him. I mean, yeah, they caught him, but they didn't rough him up. He's still breathing. He's going to be able to go in front of a judge if he hasn't gone in front of a judge already. He's still going to be able to have a trial should they have a trial. If there is consequences that he will face, he will be alive to face them. I can't say that too much about innocent black people. If they don't end up deceased, they'll end up badly injured before any of the stuff I just said will happen with him. And we've seen this consistently over and over and over again. The crazy part about it is, thanks to my loyal subscribers, I have more videos coming that are just like this, where they've done even more than what this guy has done. But you'll see. But many of you have already seen it by now. I have a whole playlist dedicated to it that dates back to last year when I started to talk about this. The whole Operation Protect the White Boy stance stemmed from a string of PC, mainly men, getting away from everything from shootouts to actual physical violence, as far as like hitting, and all car wrecks like this one, and a host of other things, and they still get taken in. It's very rare that they either don't make it or they get in there without being physically touched, as far as like they are putting hands on the person who they feel is a threat to them. And I'm talking about hours-long standoffs and so on and so forth. So if PC privilege isn't as real as they claim it is, why is this guy still alive for what he did? He killed one. He killed one officer and badly injured another one. And he's still walking around. I don't care that they arrested him. I mean, that was going to happen by default. It's the fact that he's still breathing and he looks like he looks perfectly fine. He doesn't even look like they roughed him up. They just took him in without incident, as they say. But what they'll do is, and you gotta watch this too, they say, well, he didn't resist arrest and he complied with the officers when they arrest him. They're gonna throw that on there too. I'm telling you, you do videos as long as I've done them, or you've been in these spaces as long as I have, when we hear one talking point when it comes to them, you hear them all. I promise you that. That's if they even talk about it.